Hello, everybody. Good evening. My name is Lucas. This is Lucasgvariety, and I'm back with my friends here to play Dungeon World Indigo Magic, episode number 5. And let's see, we'll come back, and it's July the 21st, 2020. Welcome back, my friends. How you guys doing tonight? I know you're doing awesome. You already told me. And I might have just put some words in your mouth, but I don't care. We're back, and we got a little bit of a change coming up, but we managed to work into the story, and we're just going to see and play to find out what happens. So I'm going to let Mr. Benny Dot do an in-character recap of our last session, and we will get started.
There was a song that I used to sing when I was out in the courtyard. There's a hole in the world like a great black pit, and it's filled with people who are filled with shit, and the vermin of the world inhabit it. And I'm seeing it. We were finished with our mission. We were supposed to deliver this bloody medallion to Zorm, son of Zorm. And then the arcane guard shows up. And they threw us into this tower simply because we showed some magical corruption. However, they will not let us out in 24 hours. If we're not out in 24 hours, if it's not cleared, this corruption that is coming from this tower, we will be dubbed corrupt, and we will basically be burned along with the tower. And now here we are, stuck in the basement, wondering when and if these ghouls will break down the door and take us down. And here we wait. And that's it.
Bravo. I will be giving you the golf clap because it's appropriate. I like in a soft into the microphone. Yeah. There you go. Yes. And it was good. You know why it was good? I'll let you refer to my shirt. Because I'm the DM. It's not GM. That's why. But it was good in its own right.
It's better than my shirt, which is what a horrible night to have a curse.
Well, anyway, it was good. Thank you, Benny Dot. And let's see. You're stuck in the tower. You fought some flesh golems. You fought some ghouls. Alavara offered them a little bit of her blood to satiate them and said, I'll be back to put you to rest later. We're going to go escape in the basement, rest, and out of character level up, which we did. Everybody going to level 2. And Benny Dot is making, out of character, a playbook change from the Bard to the Dark Knight. Is there any other details people think that we should include? Anything specific about yourself, maybe last time, that you want to share? Any new bonds that we haven't discussed before I jump into the narration?
I've got one new bond that we decided on after the cameras got turned off. That was a second bond with Cecil because he defended the stairs and the party. Mm-hmm. So, and then there was also one bond I formed with Benny because I saved the prima donna's violin. He better be thankful.
All right. Everybody agrees on that. That's fine. Perfect.
Yeah.
That white violin. It's gonna be the icon. It's gonna be the standing icon. Okay. Let me think here. So we were in the basement. You had 3 ghouls that came creeping down the stairs from the second floor when you were fighting the flesh golems on the first floor, correct? And you noticed enough that, of course, they were once human. And, well, 2 of them were once human. They looked like they had tattered, very regal clothing, like they were emissaries or some rich proprietor of some sort. There to, they were in the tower for some reason. And then the third one was actually a servant to one or the other or both. And they had more like animalistic features, much like Cecil's followers, his minions. But all of them, of course, turned undead into ghouls, which are intelligent, flesh-craving undead, much like zombies, but like I said, intelligent. And they came down the stairs. Alavera satiated them for a minute. But I want to come back to the 2 regal dressed ones. No, not them. Sorry, the servant Ralph, when he was looking around, noticed that the servant one that had the more animalistic features had pockets full of old like gears and sprockets and stuff, and he recognized those parts as actually McCloud, his family name, who is a repair business for small appliances. You notice a lot of the brand parts that you use in your repairing stuff, right? Kinds of diodes and all kinds of technical things that you can list that I have no idea.
Diodes, ley line alignment crystals, so arcane probability sprockets, the whole 9 yards.
Love it. No, this is metric system. Get it right. No, just kidding. Sorry, we're still in America here. America. Anyway.
Take your freedom height and shove it.
And then, so you got in the basement. You didn't really look around or anything. You just got right down there. You barricaded the doors, and I finally got a map for you guys. As you guys should be able to see now, right? And it's not like an exact detail, but this is supposed to be the very bottom level. All right. The one over to the left over here, as we can show the audience. Keep in mind, if you guys want to be a part of the show and affect the changes, you can donate some cheer bits to the game to both help and hinder the players. So if you got a few to spend, go ahead and think about throwing 100, 200, or 300 bits out there, and we'll just see where it takes us. Coming back.
Remember, folks, every 300 bits you spend on this means that we get a free pass to do something awesome.
That's right. And the 100 bits.
Remember that one, not the other ones. Pay attention to that one. The other ones don't exist. Jedi mind trick.
Hey, the 100s are good for you too. You guys get a +1 forward, and you can put them in a pool. It's that 200. That's where it gets naughty.
Nope, that doesn't exist.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's right.
The one we do not think of. That's the Voldemort of the 3.
Spend 400 instead, and it counts as 2 of those things that don't exist. Anyway, let me get back to narration because I digress.
I added something, but I forgot to unmute myself.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
I said, don't forget the blood magic portal on the ground.
That we established that my finagling is that can't be, it should be dormant and would activate if blood got on it.
Yeah.
Yes.
As Alavar carefully wrapped her arm.
Well, we'll actually.
From where she fed the ghouls.
First of all, thanks for the donation, Flubadub, 200. Appreciate you.
Woo. Why do you hate us?
It's because he's a troll.
Hashtag adult black dragon.
So that's the monster he obviously wants me to put in there, so...
Please don't.
There. I'll mark it on the map here. I'll make that is the big portal area, just to kind of fill that spot in.
That is a lot bigger than I was picturing in my head.
Yeah.
It's very good we have visual representation.
I just used it because there was that... I just went over that on the map, but yes, I told you 2 facts, or 2 statements about it. One which was...
2 truths and a lie.
A truth and a lie, and I don't know which one's... Well, I do. But one was, you have to use blood in order to use it as a teleportation portal. And the other one is it takes an extreme amount of magical or physical force in order to destroy it, make it not work. And...
I can bleed on it and we'll find out which one's true.
Don't you fucking dare.
Don't.
Don't.
It'll be an accident, of course.
Don't bleed on the portal.
I just leveled up. I got a better wacky stick, but I am not ready for whatever the hell would come through a portal that effing big.
Yeah.
I have an idea. Of course. Shut up, Lucas. Sorry. All right, so thank you for adding that in. Alavara was currently on watch as you guys were resting. You had enough. Oh, yeah, so you had 24 hours. I told you it takes 10 hours in order to have a full rest. So you guys can do that twice and still have 4 hours to clear this tower if you needed to. So the 10 hours is about up, or it's getting near the end. I guess it's 3/4 way mark. And Alavara, your shift is just ended. Benny has yet to take his. We'll say Cecil and Ralph have already gone. And the last thing that happened, because you can see all these undead, is you saw the 3 presence of the ghouls above, right? Wait, what can you see with that? Undead?
It's a little bit more than just undead.
Okay.
It is one half a second.
Was it maybe
while
it's
I
spirits?
Roll.
Undead, spirits, and then there was something else.
Spirit medium. Interact with mostly insubstantial or extraplanar entities.
Okay, extra planar. That was the extra thing. Okay, yeah. All right. So, what you saw was the kind of corruptible souls that were in the ghouls. Like these are just different. Like it's almost like I don't want to say sonar, but I almost feel like predator vision. But like, the different heat signals are different types of spirits or different states of their awareness or whatever. Like the corrupted ones are just a darker, blacker, and then you have one way at the top that's more of a blue, one that's like a dark red, and then four that kind of hone in as purple. And then right at the end of your watch, one that was like the purple, one of the four, comes screeching all the way down from the top straight at you, and it bursts through the ceiling. And it's the spirit of your dead husband, Fane. And he's like, Alavara, help me. And he gets, it's almost like a bungee cord. He bungeed in, and then he gets right back up to the ceiling. And that is where we pick up right now.
So, that Alavara, for perhaps the first time definitely the first time this campaign, loses all composure. And she doesn't scream, but she'd been sitting like cross-legged on the ground, just keeping watch, not sleeping, just watching. And kind of scrambles on all fours towards Benny. Benny, wake up!
What? What's happening?
Right.
You're all right.
Yes and no. My husband is here.
In spirit, right?
Yeah. He shouldn't be. He should have passed. But he is here and in this tower.
That was quite a long time ago, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. He passed through the black gates. And so he should be at rest. And he's here. And needs my help, apparently. So we need to figure out whatever the hell is going on in this place and fix it.
Clearly. Fanny would stand up and straighten up. How long have we been in here?
7 hours-ish? Little more, perhaps?
Have you had any rest?
Not sleep. I've rested, though.
Should maybe try to catch some sleep.
Well. I suppose I will try.
For all you know, what you've seen was probably from lack of it.
No, it was as real as those ghouls that are still waiting for me to put them to rest.
Where did he end up?
As near as I can tell, he's somewhere 2 floors up. He appeared through the floor and then returned. If I had to hazard a guess, he's being kept there by something? If it's Zorm, I'll throttle him.
State to leave right now, so we might as well wait. But we will head up there soon.
Right. Nothing in this tower should exist the way it is.
Not the way I've been hearing it.
Okay, anyway, I guess it's about time for your watch. So, I guess I will try to get some sleep.
If you can't, at least rest. And Benny will start his watch. Leroy Jenkins. Leroy Jenkins.
I just realized I was muted on the overlay. All right, let's do this. Leroy Dot.
Jenkins.
Leroy Benny Jenkins Dot. All right. At some point
Interesting.
in the night, everybody's out. Says Elvar actually manages maybe to get some rest or close her eyes or at least doze enough. Do you keep your spell going at this point after all that, Elvar? I feel like it'd be important.
I feel like she would just even more like yes. Yes, she does.
It's still going?
Oh yes.
Thanks, Flubba Dub.
Especially now that her husband is here.
What?
Don't let him troll you. He just
Hi.
donated 200 bits. That's 2 for me in the bank.
Why
Alright.
do you hate us, Flub?
Told you he's a troll. It's his favorite thing in the world.
We only came to entertain you.
This is how he's entertained. Now go home. I should stay, but anyway, I'm putting him in my pocket. One's an adult black dragon, so we've already maybe it might be turn become a shadow dragon because it makes sense, but no, black dragon, the swamp. Yeah, okay. Anyways, never mind. I didn't think about anything out loud. Everybody else is asleep. Benny, you're walking around. There's a lot of old cabinetry, a lot of mouth-eaten furniture. There's little things rattling around inside other things. You're like, there might be some things here, and you might be curious about something. But then you notice that you have maybe a lamp or something lit, whatever you guys have down there, and then you notice that the lamp light is becoming green, or at least the room light is becoming a little bit greener. And you're like, you look around and it's not the lamp at all, but it's the portal on the floor is starting to glow. But it just kind of ebbs and flows. Like it goes brighter, and then it kind of fades. And then it kind of starts to do this rhythm, kind of this pulsating rhythm. And actually, after a moment listening to it, you realize it's the beat to the song that you were talking about in the recap. It doesn't make a sound, but the way that the light flashes, the words come up, and it matches perfectly the cadence and the timing. And it's very curious. You feel as though it calls you.
You will approach cautiously.
And then
How does this thing even know what this even is? Does it have sentience?
so you approach it.
What magic is this?
What new devilry is this? And we see Benny look forward, and the light suddenly gets brighter. It's so bright we can't see from the camera point of view, looking at him. And then it goes dim and it stops, and Benny's gone. And all right, Benny. There's one character you can't pick any. Well, forget what I said. Anything. You are going to be talking to Death as he or she suddenly manifests in front of you. Now, everyone's version of Death and the Black Gates may be different. What is Benny's version of what Death looks like, or who that they are? And what do the Black Gates look like?
since Death looks like anyone that fits the individual, Death honestly looks like his wife.
I knew you were going to say that. That was the one person I was going to say you couldn't pick. But then I said,
And as for the black gates, they just look like the front door to his old house. Just painted black. Same pattern, same look of wood, but made black.
the front door of your old house?
Just painted black.
Awesome. From like some type of wooden or oaken color, possibly.
Yeah, it has the same like old wood pattern on it, same doorknob, but
Okay.
it's all made black.
Thank you for the 100-bit donation, Flub. That's a +1 into the pool for the players to use.
Thanks, Flub.
He wanted that was his little bit of trolling at me, so thank you. So your wife's sitting there, and she's doing some type of chore out front. What did you say she was professionally? Oh, I need to look at my.
She was a seamstress.
Okay. She is sewing a little pattern in a chair out in front of the black door. Everything is very bright and clear and very real. Everything except for her. She is somewhat insubstantial, almost like just a ghostly figure of what she once was. And I know we had a conversation earlier, stalling for effect. There he goes. And she looks
Pause
up.
for effect.
She looks up and she smiles at you and she's like, Artemis, welcome home, dear. You're very early. But you know it's not her, you know it's Death. You are quite aware of where you are right now.
Here early, what do you mean?
Well, once you walk through these doors, you've passed on to the next life. I mean, I'm taking this form because it's pleasant to your eyes and your ears, but you know who I am. The voice gets a little deeper right at the end. She's like, you know who I am.
Yes, I believe I do. What am I doing here?
That's the question you should be
I should
asking.
be in the tower.
That's a question you should be asking yourself. You are no longer the bard. You've wished for more. You've wished for vengeance. You've wished for justice. And what you were doing was not working. In your heart, deep in your heart, you know that you wanted more. You wanted more power. Well, I need more power in your world. The Reaper is not enough anymore. She needs allies. So I thought we could bring ourselves to an accord, if you wish. Artemis Baker. Sorry, Barker. Artemis Barker.
Name it.
The undead, the black gates, and you look at your front door, and actually your door is actually busted. There's a huge split down it, and it's just broken in the middle. And there's like this dark breeze going in. And actually, instead of going in where you should, there's wispy trails and spiritual smoke coming out of it and escaping into the world. He's like, the five caused this. They led to the breaking of the gate, and now the undead are running rampant, well over their quota. The imbalance is strong, and I need someone to clean them up. They defy my orders to remain within the gate. You'll find out who they are. The controller, the machine, the power, the key, and the gate. All of you are related, all of you in that tower. The wizard and the four of you. I need you to stop it. I need you to stop what they started. They started something, and then it was purged, and then it was corrupted, and now my gates are broken. and I need them to be repaired. But first, you must stem the tide of this corruption. And if you wish, if you will become my instrument to do so, then I promise you, at the end, I will take you through the gate myself. And she points at the door, which is whole again. And you and I, as in your wife and you, will have your eternal rest.
Rest. Will I still be able to punish those who did my wife wrong when I was taken to that hellhole?
In a way, yes. You will have that chance.
Will this power grant me the ability to do it better?
That is why you're here. The bard was not working. I need a champion. I need a knight to take up the mantle, to take up the dark blade, and do this. You will be obvious. People will know who and what you are. You will be feared and hated. But in the end, if you do this, the balance is restored. And as I said, you and your wife will rest eternally. She is not at rest, Artemis. She has been pulled from within my realm. As many as all the ones, as the 5 who are causing this to begin, so are they are not at rest. But I say no more. Some people say that pain is weakness leaving the body. I say your pain can be the thing that fuels your body to do what needs to be done. You will have my torment, and you will have your vengeance. What do you say? And the razor blades come out of your, out of the sides, and they smash together, and they just turn into something twisted, and then it just shoots into the stone right between you and your wife, and it's just this huge, gigantic, black-bladed monstrosity between the two of you. And she's like, if you do this, the contract is she goes, the contract is accepted by accepting my blade.
Then we have an accord, and he reaches up and grabs the monstrosity of whatever it's been made.
And we see a flash. You scream in pain. And it's a couple hours later after the 10 hours, right? And you just hear like this blood, the other 3 of you hear this blood-curdling scream rip through the room. And you're all jarred awake.
What?
If it's not the end of the world, keep it down. And he kicks one of his minions off of his foot.
You see, as you're coming up, and the scream is continuing. It's coming from within this pile of overturned furniture and cabinetry that's off in the, aside from you guys, a few feet. What do you guys do?
Alavar is immediately on her feet.
And?
And well, obviously making her way towards the screaming pile of furniture.
That is you, by the way, Benny.
Pile of furniture.
So as you start to pull things away, Benny, you kind of become conscious, and you can stand up if you wish. And whenever you come out of the ashes here, Mr. Phoenix, you can describe exactly what you look like now and all your accoutrement. So I'll let you guys take that away.
Well, Benny stands up. His long black coat is still on, but underneath his long sleeved shirt and his pants have all turned into black scale. His eyes have turned from the usual dark blue to just a flat black. And in his hands are the two razors. Still.
Interesting.
But he looks around, kind of pushes some hair back away from his eyes. That hurt far more than I thought it would.
Artemis just kind of.
It's at this point, like Ralph is
Yeah, and
is
like a whole 6 inches taller too.
Is like Ralph
And muscular.
was about ready to whack you with his stick of yeet, and he was like,
Yeet.
Benny? Is that you?
Elvard. Elvar sighs.
Yeah,
Oh, my friend, what have you
it's
done?
still me.
Like he looks at Benny and then he looks at Alvaro. Is like, should I still hit him?
He might deserve it, but no. We shall need his help with the rest of the tower.
I feel better.
It's at that point that you just feel a light poke of the side of your head as Ralph just kind of pokes you with his staff a bit. It's just like, did you?
What deal did you make?
What deal? Like, are we going to ignore the fact that he's also like half a foot taller? Like I know I was already the shortest person in the room, but even I noticed that he's like half a foot taller now.
It is
like,
a part
what
of his
is he?
deal. He is a minion of death, much as I am.
I've defied death's orders. I'm here to set it right.
You defied death.
No, actually met him. And he looks like a woman.
It's mutable. Wasn't a woman.
like Ralph is just like, he looks at Cecil. It's like, you understand any of this?
Bearing witness to sacred trials is a time-honored tradition, and I'm sorry, what? Any of this? No, death is a different entity than I deal with all the time. It's just basically they're all a bunch of squabbling children, and one of them right now has the biggest amount of toys in their toy box. What? Yeah, kind of like at the house. Yeah, it's like at the house. Yeah. Don't dwell on it. Don't dwell on it. Metaphysics. Woo, spoopy.
I have not had enough coffee for this yet.
There's not enough coffee.
Short story, what does death want from you?
As I said, to help stem the flow of undead that's coming through. There seems to be an overflow.
I don't recall you saying that, but that does make sense.
So I'm here to set things right. The 5 have been defying death's order, and I'm here to set it correctly.
The 5.
Yeah, you know
Yes,
what?
I couldn't.
You two sort out this jumbo. I'm gonna start on the coffee. Like at this part, Ralph just kind of like, he's like, 100 gold pieces was not worth this job. 100 effing gold pieces was not worth this job.
Cecil pat him on the shoulder. It never is, friend. Never is.
I want to know what I know about the 5. Can I spout lore? If I can get my character sheet to actually.
I would have recited the 5 names that Death gave Benny, but I don't personally remember all of them.
I wrote them down. As you were speaking, I wrote them down. It's the controller, the machine, power, the key, and the gate.
The key in the gate sounds like Yogg-Sothoth from Call of Cthulhu.
So, can I assume that my death lore plays here? It pertains to spirits, the undead, or the afterlife. Well, okay, so it's actually the second part of this. When you thought lore about spirits or the lands beyond the Black Gate, you roll with wisdom instead of int. The first part is when you first encounter an important creature, location, or item that pertains to spirits, the undead, or the afterlife, you can ask the GM any one question about it, and the GM will answer truthfully. Okay, so I just roll with int as normal. Okay. First roll of the night. Let's see how we're gonna go tonight.
10.
Yay! So I'm spouting lore about the 5. Yes. What are they? For some reason, the basic moves is not coming up for me. The handouts. Special moves 2 is still there.
Yeah,
the first one is
basic
not.
and special moves 1 are Tostitos Banditos.
Mm.
Well, on the spout lore at a 10 plus, the GM will tell you something interesting and useful about the subject relevant to your situation.
Yay!
Which I have the basic moves up here already, so that's where I just said that from.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Sure. No, I'm keeping that to myself.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Right.
I do definitely relay that. That is something I feel is quite, need to know.
Right. Right. Okay, I'm going over what Alavara knows, what she's been told. She can make that assumption. So she turns to wow, I'm forgetting character names. Cecil and Ralph. Important question. Do either wait? Oh God.
It's like you turn and you see
And then she makes the connection
Ralph.
immediately as she asks
Yeah,
the
Ralph,
question.
you see Ralph like huddled over like what looks like a teapot, only it's got scribbles on it, and it's slowly steaming with the smell of coffee. I'm sorry, what now?
Yeah, they both.
I know
learn.
who the five are.
Let me jump in real quick. I believe I was muted on the stupid stream as I keep having these mic problems. But basically, for Olivar's 10, she knows that Zorm and her husband were one of the 5, right?
And she's put together the other three. I
Okay.
can't do math.
I'll shut up now. I just had to quit muting my stupid stream, so that's my bad. I'm sorry if you're getting to this point now. Anyways, go ahead. Please continue.
So she turns to Cecil and Ralph and starts to ask a question and then stops. And she's like, I know who the 5 are.
That's nice. Coffee?
Zorm. Zorm is one of them. Then there is my late husband,
Oh, that sucks.
your father,
That sucks
Yeah,
for all of us.
like I look at Cecil.
Ralph's father,
That's not so bad.
and likely Benny's wife.
So one really bad guy and 4 really annoying people to have brought back. Okay, yeah, I'm. He smiles. You can see his hand shaking as he drinks the coffee. It's like not a big deal, not a problem.
Like Ralph Simpson's coffee is like. You sure about my Paul? I mean, he's not. He doesn't seem like.
Well,
Like he gestures vaguely.
I know my husband is in this tower. He appeared to me on my watch. I know Zorm is in this tower. I'm pretty sure that's his spirit. She kind of looks up at the ceiling. I'm pretty sure that one's him. And as Death informed Benny, apparently the 4 of us are connected to this, as is Wizard. Connections were made. I'm as certain as I can be until we reach the top of the tower.
Well,
Now, have breakfast, break fast. I need to go deal with a few ghouls before they get angry and decide to take their pound of flesh another way.
So it's like Ralph. It's like he holds up his staff. Is like, you need the pushy stick.
No, I simply need to perform their last rites and put them at rest. And
Which I will come and assist. As he slams his razors together, they form a handle of this long, curved, black blade with shadows issuing from the hilt and guard.
I cannot believe you made a deal with death.
It's very, very shadowy. Super shadowy.
So, Eva.
It cuts itself.
It's like I turned to Cecil. It's like, man, and I thought I had problems.
We all have problems. My pops is up there.
I love
He
it.
reaches over and he literally grabs the hair of one of his minions they run by and like pulls it in like a teddy bear. He's like his hands shaking. Like, it's not good, man. It's not good.
I feel like you're drinking that drink as well. Like it came from one of the minions' pockets, and you just took their hidden bottle of booze off them and just started drinking it.
He's like stroking their hair, like not even looking at them. He's just like,
I don't know why it's funny, but it is. Oh shit! Sorry.
Stroking a cat.
That's what I'm doing.
He's got him like almost in a headlock doing it, so it's not comfortable for it at all. It's just kind of like
The minion's like squirming, trying to get out.
It probably goes limp after a minute. It's just like, ah.
So, but for a second there, like, Ralph takes another sip of coffee. He's like, oh. He reaches over. He pulls up the death board. You two should probably take this with you upstairs.
That's right.
Fine.
It's the enchanted clipboard of death.
Doesn't
The
it?
thing that the artifact that I crafted that sucks out corruption.
That's right. It sucks out corruption. That's right. And it can be used as a lethal melee weapon somehow against corrupted creatures.
Yeah, because it just goes
Somehow.
and just sucks everything out. So that way there's nothing left. It's like taking the batteries out of a toy.
So who's going to face the ghouls? Is it Benny and Olivara?
Yeah. I mean, I made a deal with them, so they shouldn't like.
Oh, I know they shouldn't. There's still gonna be rolls. Let's just
Yeah,
be honest
I know.
here. So,
I just need my soul back. That's what I wanted. I need to replenish my soul. I just need to perform their last rites, and I get my soul.
all right. Well, as you're moving chairs and tables and furniture away from the door, as you get closer, you start to hear the scratches at the door. When you're like, oh yeah, we've been hearing those sounds all morning, but really, because everything's been so busy and weird. And then it's like they've been scratching at the door for hours and hours. And you just hear them like, hunger, 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 hunger. And just three voices are just craving flesh. And as you still have your spell turned on so you can see spirits.
Yep. Yeah.
One of them holds something that you remember seeing before that has soul
yes.
power.
soul power.
And the door is unbarred, and they start to push again. Their weight is pushing against it. They've scratched at it so long it's very weak in the middle, and they're starting to bow through it. So what do you guys do?
Can I attempt another parlay? just calm yourselves.
I don't see why not. Sounds like
dice.
Like,
Only I don't
Ralph,
seem to have a copy of the core on my laptop.
it's plus charisma,
yeah.
but you have to have leverage,
Right.
in which your leverage is giving them either food, flesh to eat, or sweet release, real quickly. Sweet emotion release.
Like Ralph is just like to Cecil. It's like they should have taken the bushy stick.
I took the wacky board instead.
My anti-Ouija board.
We might need that later, though.
The death boogie board.
Yeah, we're gonna need that later.
So yeah, Alavar calls through the door, which I can probably see through the door at this point. Calm yourselves. I come to take you to your last final rest.
All right. Are you parlaying?
Poorly, but yes, that's a 7.
So not instant death.
Nope.
I need some concrete assurance of your promise right now. Right now.
They're just scratching like, "No, we hunger. Our hunger drives us mad too much. Too much. You must feed us. Now, feed us first. Feed us something. Or give us instant death." And then they start to, you hear the door crack, like, as it's actually pushed. Like, they all put their weight on it at the same time. One more like that, and it's going to come down. So you have if you can satiate them for just a second or two, they will abide to your parlay. But you need some kind of something.
I'm gonna have to cut myself again.
Invented parlay.
You tell me. I just work here.
I mean, that's the easiest solution, right?
There are
Ralph at this point has had his coffee. He's correct. This is like, yeah, as soon as he hears the door crack, but well, I suppose we better be ready, huh?
In a
Yeah,
minute.
so Alavara takes off the bandage from where she cut herself last. It's almost kind of started to heal, and then she takes her sacrificial knife and just, again, and just calm down long enough for me to make good on our deal.
Is it the same hand or the other?
Oh, it's the same one. Right on the top of the same wound.
Ooh, it hurts.
Oh yeah.
All right, so you.
She's kind of she's in a way today after coming face to face with her husband, and then she's in a way today.
Benny's watching this whole thing, and as soon as you do that, the pressure.
Basically, Kodachi raised, ready for whatever's coming.
As soon as you see when she cuts like this and it reopens and the blood starts to come out, as soon as that happens, the weight on the door lifts and they back away. And like their loud whispers for hunger, they start to like die off a little bit.
I'm only partially hungry.
Yeah. What do you do?
Maybe.
So she will open the door.
Told you to eat a Snickers.
And they eat your face.
Give me nibbles on your face.
They do. They come right in and eat your face off. Just kidding. But they're there. They are looking like they can barely keep themselves at bay.
Uh-huh.
They're just like, and they're hunched
kind
over,
of-
and they've got these dark, nasty talons for fingernails, you know?
She kind of just reaches her arm
Benny,
out.
Structure.
Benny points his sword at them and says, "One step closer, and you'll meet your end in a far more painful way. Let her finish."
Oh, she sticks her hand out to feed them or offer, and they hesitate only, and they look at Benny, but their tongues come out and they're like, so gross. Ghouls, man.
Calm yourself.
And they
Calm yourself,
just
Artemis.
a couple moments, and using the name ring. Okay, slip that in there.
It's been a day.
They
Careful where you use that.
Day of days.
so they all do that for
death.
They all do it for a moment, and I think because you gave them what they want, they back off and they start to back up the stairs to the first floor. They give us the release we ask. We have been fed, and now we must pass.
So Alavar continues up the stairs. Rewraps the goddamn arm.
Mm-hmm.
"Come along, you two," says Benny as he sticks his head through the doorway.
Yeah, come on. Well, breakfast is over, Cecil, I guess.
Provided they don't fight back, we kind of do have to kill them in order to do their last rites.
He gets up.
"Why do you think I came?"
Yeah.
I've got the like again. I just like I come up, and it's just like I kind of have my staff at this point, just kind of resting on my shoulder, kind of like a baseball bat. So it's like. I don't look any better than I did when we went down. I hate this tower so much.
There. Didn't have any ghouls in. So they back off, and they like, and you guys can see, like the two on the outside, we'll say, like the far away from each other, are the ones that are in tattered old regal clothing. They definitely look like they're from out of country, possibly, or out of territory. And this one in the
So
middle.
which one has the... Sorry.
Oh no, that has the orb. or the
Yes.
power
The
source.
soul something.
Let's say it's yellow dot there.
Okay.
And this one in the south is wearing some type of. The only thing that stands out is the really nice pair of gloves that he's wearing. Otherwise, tattered remains of everything else. And then the one in the middle has these weird, so they're ghouls, but they were once human. Except for this one had some weird cat-like features, ears, whiskers. That is now ghoulified. That's the one that has all the sprockets and diodes and things like that. Arcane probability crystals.
Khajiit had wares.
Hmm.
Khajiit had wares.
Are you looking for an offense? Wait, no, that was not you. Dang it. Anyway, so there you go. And they sit back and they kind of settle down please give us rest.
Alavara looks at Yellow Dot. What you have in your pocket will make this easier.
You said giving you what you have in your pocket will make this easier?
Well, what it has in its pocket will make it easier. There's an implied I need it.
Sure. It looks down to its pocket and it's like, yes, very well, it doesn't matter. And it pulls out, it's a skull. Looks slightly...
Of course it is.
It looks slightly smaller than a human skull. And it has these ethereal green orbs in its eye sockets. Just like these glowing greenish orbs. And it steps forward a couple steps and sets it on the ground. And then steps back.
Ralph will just reach out with his staff and just gently pull it close and just nudge it over by Alavera.
Alavara kneels and picks it up.
You instantly know it's full of soul. It's a full load. It's 3 soul.
Nice.
It's kind of, think of it as a decanter that holds extra. At least now you don't know if it's refillable, but
Right.
it has 3 in it that you can draw when you need. But your soul on you is still empty. So it's like you could have the 3 that you have plus 3 in reserve or so.
Oh, I like this.
Hmm.
Provided I have time to actually perform right.
Well, they basically
okay.
we can push ahead a little bit. They are not going to resist if no one else is going to be jerks to them.
Right.
Ralph is at this point just letting Death Lady do her thing.
The only thing I want is a type of roll to see how well you do it. Like you can say it's like a ritual or something, right? We don't have to go into all the rules. You can just say,
right, yeah.
I'm gonna use my power, and you can pick whatever. You probably defy danger with wisdom, charisma, whatever you want to use. I'm assuming it's your wisdom, as to perform this last rite ritual that just.
I think. Okay, it wasn't my connection that crapped then.